A very good morning to all of you. And we apologize for the slight delay. Mr. President, Mr. Vice President, Speaker of the National Assembly, President of the Court of Appeal, Ministers, Honorable Members of the National Assembly, all protocol observed. It is with great pleasure that we welcome you to this virtual event to recognize, share, and celebrate our country's supreme audit institution's remarkable ranking in the world, and that is the Office of the Auditor General, Seychelles. The World Bank 2021 Global Supreme Audit Institutions Independence Index, published recently, has ranked the Office of the Auditor General Seychelles in first position, along with SAI South Africa, among 118 countries. Our short program for today will be as follows. Firstly, the Auditor General of Seychelles will deliver his speech. Secondly, we will share a short video highlighting the SAI Seychelles journey to attain its independence. We will then invite the President of the Republic of Seychelles at 11:30, who will address the audience, as he is unable to join us earlier due to urgent and pressing commitments. Before we proceed with the program, may I kindly request all invitees to mute their microphones. We now have the pleasure of inviting Mr. Gamini Herak, the Auditor General of the Seychelles, to convey his remarks on the occasion of this momentous achievement.
Good morning. Distinguished invitees from across the world, all protocols observed. It gives me great pleasure to welcome you all to this virtual event to recognize, share, and celebrate the recent achievement of the Office of the Auditor General in Seychelles. I'm pleased to inform you that according to the World Bank Supreme Audit Institutions Independence Index 2021, the Office of the Auditor General of Seychelles is ranked in the highest position alongside Auditor General of South Africa among 100.
Sound meeting virtual. Thank you.
Oh my God.
Can we proceed?
Yes.
Okay. Although the size have been assessed on annual basis by the International Organization of Supreme Audit Institutions, better known as INTOSAI, this is the first time that such an index has been prepared and published. Further, this is the result of a collaborative effort across the governance global practice under the auspices of World Bank. The mandated panel conducted a comprehensive assessment on each of the 118 SAIs on 10 different parameters. The methodology applied in the assessment took into consideration not only the legal frameworks supporting the SAIs, but also each SAI's capacity to deliver its mandate effectively. Broadly, the methodology examined the following: constitutional and legal framework, transparency in the process of appointing the SAI head, financial autonomy, type of audits, operational autonomy, staffing autonomy, audit mandate, audit scope autonomy, access to records and information, and right and obligation on audit reporting. Considering our small size and unique constraints that we are facing as a small island developing nation, this is really a great achievement. In my view, this ranking will have a positive impact on our country's profile, and it will go a long way to reassure our regional, international, and multilateral development partners, potential investors, creditors, and the international community in general that Seychelles is serious in practicing the principles of good governance, accountability, and transparency. In fact, reaching higher grounds such as this ranking was one of the targets we set for OAG when we submitted to Cabinet in October 2017 a paper called Delivering an Effective Audit Service, Medium-Term Strategy 2017 to 2021. Working through this strategy, OAG has achieved impressive results despite numerous challenges and constraints. OAG has performed exceptionally well in managing changes and delivering the audit mandate to the satisfaction of all stakeholders. Today, SAI Seychelles is equally active in regional and international groupings and bodies such as SAI, COMESA, INTOSAI, and IDI working groups. I dedicate this remarkable achievement to my small team of audit professionals in particular, and to the people of Seychelles in general. In recent years, the members of public have shown tremendous interest in the works of my office, and of course, when they see me on the street of Victoria, on beach, or at the supermarket, they often approach me and encourage me to keep up the good work. They know that OAG Seychelles is rendering a service to the people of Seychelles by holding the government accountable for the tax money being collected and spent on different programs. This is how our work impacts on the lives of the citizens. While we remain mindful of this responsibility, now the challenge is to improve on remaining areas, raise the bar, and stay at the top. I take this opportunity to thank all those who helped OAG over the years in different ways. And more importantly, our regional grouping of SAI. I thank each one of you for your presence, and please stay with us for the rest of the program. Thank you.
Thank you, AG. We are now delighted to share with you a short video compiled by our office to commemorate this historic accomplishment.
Supreme audit institutions exist in different forms in different countries to help their respective governments to improve their performance, enhance transparency, ensure accountability, maintain credibility, fight corruption, promote public trust, and foster the efficient and effective receipt and use of public resources for the benefits of their citizens. In Seychelles, the auditing of public funds had existed even during pre-independence era. The name Director of Audit was formally established through the Audit Act 1972. This name was changed to the Auditor General in 1994 under the new Constitution of Seychelles. In July 2010, the Auditor General Act was enacted to legally establish the Office of Auditor General. Our mandate gives us a wide range of powers to audit different areas of public spending, and we had a reporting responsibility and accountability to the National Assembly. The new legislation also provided for the independent operation of the OAG. Furthermore, the office was given the power to levy audit fees, to contract out audit work, and more importantly, a mandate to undertake performance and special audits of public entities. Operating under this legal framework, OAG unveiled its unique logo in 2017 with a slogan of Auditing for Seychelles, capturing the very purpose of its existence. Accordingly, OAG intensified its efforts on all fronts to implement the relevant provisions in law, resulting in better image building and gaining due recognition locally, regionally, and internationally. While satisfying the local stakeholders with relevant and timely reports on a wide range of subjects, which gained huge publicity, the OAG engaged its regional and international partners in different forms and forums with tremendous success. The 1977 Lima Declaration calls for the full independence of SAIS. This call was further refined and strengthened through the Mexico Declaration in 2007. Annually, INTOSAI and its regional chapters assessed the SAIS independence, but the results were kept within the SAIS community except for 2021, where a global index was prepared and published by the World Bank. The measure of SAIS independence was based on 10 different indicators. SAI Seychelles and SAI South Africa were ranked at the highest position, having scored 10 points. Ms. Ladipo, World Bank's practice manager for Southern and Eastern Africa, shared her thoughts about the role of supreme audit institutions and the recent achievement of SAI Seychelles on behalf of the World Bank.
It brings me great pleasure to be sending you, the Office of the Auditor General of the Seychelles, this message on behalf of the World Bank. Given the historic increase in sovereign debt from these extensive COVID-related fiscal support measures, it will be essential to improve the efficiency of public spending. Against this background, the role of supreme audit institutions, SAIs, has become more important than ever. SAIs play a critical stewardship role in reporting on the efficient use of public resources and ensuring transparency and accountability in the use of public funds. To be effective in this role, in this critical role, SAIs should be independent of the audited entities and protected against outside influence and interference. This ensures the SAI's opinion and advice are impartial and enables the SAI to hold government to account for their use of public resources. The big message coming out of the review of these 118 countries is that much needs to be done to meet the aspiration of the 1977 Lima Declaration on the independence of supreme audit institutions. And of these, only 2 countries, Seychelles and South Africa, have met all the dimension requirements under the SAI Independence Index. This is indeed a remarkable achievement, and on behalf of the World Bank, I congratulate the government, the Office of the Auditor General, and the people of the Seychelles for this performance. The strong independence of Seychelles' SAI has resulted in the issuance of consistently high and timely audit reports. This in turn contributes to enhancing and maintaining high standards of accountability, transparency, and good governance, as evidenced by Seychelles' high placing in international governance rankings. In turn, this commitment to good governance and a focus on delivering services to its citizens is one of the reasons why, as an example, today Seychelles is the African country with the highest coverage in COVID vaccine administration. Let me close by saying that the work the SAI does, the work any SAI does, is one of the most critical pillars in any balanced system of accountability. And this work is therefore fundamental to the achievement of overall sustainable development in every country. We therefore encourage you, the Office of the Auditor General in the Seychelles, to continue to issue timely and quality audit reports. And we encourage you to continue to seek ways to preserve and protect the independence of your office. Let me close by once again, on behalf of the World Bank, congratulating the government, Office of the Auditor General, and the people of the Seychelles for this outstanding placement in the World Bank's 2021 Supreme Audit Institutions Independence Index.
We are all happy to have been ranked highest according to the World Bank index, and now this is public, in everybody knows about it, and this is a big achievement for a small office like this, and also for a small country like ours. And this achievement is, first of all, I would like to call it the World Cup, and I would like to dedicate this World Cup to my hardworking team of professionals. Now, why is it important for us to be ranked and for us to have this high ranking? That's because primarily the international development partners who we are working with, they evaluate your country's public audit system before they give you assistance. Now, this is like an insurance to our international development partners that when they give assistance to our country, we have here a public audit system which is effective and which will report independently, so they can have assurance that their money is put to good use. So this is why it is very important. It's more than to this office, is beneficial to our country as a whole. So this is not a small accomplishment. This is a very big accomplishment, because we are limited in different ways. We have limited resources, we have constraints, we have unique problems as a developing island nation. So despite all this, to have come this far and to have been evaluated highly is an accomplishment. But we have to continue to improve on our ranking. We have to continue to now at least maintain our ranking. We will work continuously towards improving our position even further.
Following this announcement, the OAG liaised with some of its major stakeholders to ascertain the impact of this achievement in their organization.
I think it will have a very profound impact in that it will further consolidate the independence of the Auditor General's office that we've all been talking about. I think the understanding is that this independence has come after a lot of hard work from a lot of people to ensure that first we have the legal framework that enshrines the independence of the Supreme Audit Institution, but also so that we have the processes that is required, and some of the process issues that relates to funding and budgeting of the Office of the Auditor General will now be perhaps reconsidered, and perhaps some approaches that are taken in widespread public service, so to speak, such as the freezing of posts and whatnot, will be looked at from a different perspective when it comes to the Office of the Auditor General, so that it will further allow the Office of the Auditor General to have the human resources that it needs to deliver on its mandate, but also assist, in my case, the Finance Public Accounts Committee and the National Assembly in its very important oversight and scrutiny role.
The Ministry of Finance also made reference to the positive impact of this achievement on our country's IMF reform programs.
As we engage on the implementation of the reform program under the IMF support, one of the key components of that is to ensure that taxpayers' money are being spent in the most appropriate way possible. And to do that, we need the support of the Office of the Auditor General that acts as that next layer of oversight to ensure public servants are using taxpayers' money in the best possible manner. And with the level that the Auditor General's office has reached with the award, recognition of the work that's been done, the expectation will be even higher. So my call is to continue raising the bar so that the Office of the Auditor General can help government to reach its target with regards to the program that it has agreed to.
As a model stakeholder in delivering price stability in the sound financial system, the Central Bank of Seychelles acknowledged the importance of such a ranking.
The recent result that the Office of the Auditor General received in terms of ranking internationally shows the importance of that office in terms of how we as public officers should regard the work that is done. As we know, the office has to provide assurances in terms of how we are using our budgets. Are we having policies in place or strong controls in place so that we are efficient? So when we receive reports from that office after an assessment, we should take it positively, because the value addition that we get from the recommendation is for an improved environment of how we are using resources that through the approval of the National Assembly are given to government in general. And this should help us to become more efficient. And over time, the benefit that we will see is a reduced budget that we need to provide the same service to the public. And definitely, over time also, the public will also see the benefits, because they will see an overall improvement in government delivery of services, and perhaps cheaper prices, because we can manage to do something with less over time. And also taking note that the issue of corruption, it improves the discipline of individuals, because it brings accountability, because these documents that are prepared are debated in the National Assembly, and those officers have to come and explain the shortcomings. So definitely the work that is done is positive, and we should see it in that light.
The office would like to thank all its stakeholders which have contributed in ensuring that our values and benefits made a difference in the lives of our citizens.
Ladies and gentlemen, we hope that you enjoyed this short video. We are now honored to invite the President of the Republic of Seychelles, Mr. Wever Ramkalawan, to address the audience.
Thank you. Thank you very much for the invitation, and I'd like to say hello to everyone assembled. I feel honored to say a couple of words to all of you, and by looking at those present, I see a lot of people with very important responsibilities. I must say, first of all, congratulations to the Auditor General of Seychelles and also to South Africa for attaining such recognition. The index, which puts us as a very important partner, is one which gives us great pride. I must say that during the years that I spent in the National Assembly, especially between 2016 and up to 2020, it was indeed a real honor to chair the Finance and Public Accounts Committee. We put a lot of emphasis on ensuring that the work of the Auditor General was well respected, to the extent that when we came into the Assembly in 2016, there were at least 2 or 3 reports that had not received the oversight of the FPAC. And we cleared those reports. And when we concluded our work in 2020, we were ahead of the Auditor General. We were waiting for his latest report. This ensured a very good working relationship. And we also had the time to get the Auditor General to do other reports into other areas. For example, the dialysis program, the building of the music stadium, lands which had been transferred to the former ruling party. So, and also, of course, the investigation into funds which had been given to the Irish under the NDEA program. So we got the Auditor General to look into all these areas, and I must say we were extremely happy because the Auditor General's office really went into these issues and brought out so many points that I'm sure today have contributed in getting Seychelles to be recognized at the level which it has received in the index. Of course, the work of the Auditor General's office is there to help the country ensure that taxpayers' money is well spent. This is one issue. Secondly, that procedures are properly followed and adhered to. And thirdly, of course, it brings out the issue of accountability. And I am proud to say that today, Seychelles has made giant steps in achieving those objectives, and thus governance is becoming clearer, and people are now starting to understand that good governance englobes all these good principles, and through these good principles we can have a democracy that is indeed very strong. So I would like to commend once again the Office of the Auditor General for for the hard work that it is doing. And I would like to encourage that office to play even a greater role in ensuring that all government facilities, all government departments, and all the parastatals adhere to those very good principles. It is the only way that we will eliminate corruption, that we will further strengthen our various institutions, and at the end of the day, we will indeed become a country where the rule of law, especially in the areas of finance, are respected, and each one of us will see this as a duty. So thank you very much, and congratulations again to the Auditor General for putting Seychelles at such a high level of recognition, and once again showing that our Seychelles, small as it is, has indeed a very important role to play, not only on the continental level or regional level, but also on a world level. So congratulations, and may each one of us truly take our responsibilities seriously and ensure that as far as financial accountability is concerned, and as far as governance is concerned, we play our role and put the Seychelles flag as high as it should be. So congratulations, and thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you, Mr. President, for your words of encouragement. Ladies and gentlemen, we have now come to the end of this virtual event. On behalf of the Office of the Auditor General, Seychelles, I would like to thank all of you for sharing and celebrating this special achievement with us. We count on your continuous support, collaboration, and recognition of the value and benefits that supreme audit institutions bring in making a difference to the lives of citizens. Thank you, and I wish you all a pleasant day.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
It's essenziale.
Maybe you can zoom the camera around the table. I think good.
Okay.
It was a very, very well time and very well.
Okay.